Hi there, Caroline Evans, herbalist, naturopath and nutrition consultant, bringing to you this YouTube channel that's teaching you about nature, what's growing around you, what you can use it for, and the kind of ritualistic aspect of what nature has to offer and working with it. So today we are in the woods with an absolute delicate little friend of ours. This friend is very, very, very favoured by the fairies. This is she. Look at her, she's got a little thing there. This is the delicate little beautiful bluebells. Now bluebells, as you can see, are little bells. Very, very, very sweet. This is the traditional British bluebell. Okay, it's a traditional wild bluebell, not to be confused with this, which is the Spanish imported bluebell. Now the Latin is Hyacinthos, let me get this right, Hyacinthodes non-scriptus, which I find hilarious. And non-scriptus, it basically completely translates as the hyacinth that is not written about. And you can see that with this one, and a little bit with this one you can see. But this is our kind of ones that people, when they buy bluebells, they buy this one, but this is the one that we want. This is the traditional woodland bluebells. Wherever you find bluebells, it's a kind of a great indicator of an ancient woodlands, okay? And there is a rite of passage, I know, in the British Isles, where this time of year, you know, May, June, one just needs to head into the middle of the bluebell woods. It's like, it is a rite of passage, it's a calling. I certainly have been called, I need to connect with the bluebells, I need to go to the woods and just smell that sweet, sweet, sweet scent. Both of them, interestingly, smell very sweet, but this one has such a delicate aroma. It's just, nothing compares to this. It is a symbol of truth. Okay, and back in the olden days, the folklore would have it that people would literally make a garland around their necks or on their heads, that they would basically dress themselves in bluebells to either encourage truth or to denote that they are a truth teller. Okay, it's a lovely one. So hey, I'm wearing my garland today, so ensure I tell you the truth, even though I am already a truth teller. So bluebells, like I said, it's a rite of passage. In the Bronze Age, interesting, when you pick them, the stem, it's got this sticky substance, and in the Bronze Age this was used like a glue. Okay, all right, and this glue was used to attach the arrows to the arrowheads for them to send their spears off and kill their enemies. Okay, the Tudors would make a starch, okay, from crushing the roots, and they would make a starch from it, and that starch was used to stiffen their very traditional, very stiff Tudor collars, these massive great big white collars in history. I thought that was amazing, and it has an amazing history with book binding. Again, it's the natural adhesive, the natural stickiness that would help to bind the books together. They would use it in repairing books, because hey, back in those days they would repair books. They wouldn't just throw them away and buy another one. They would repair books. So it's really great for us to know that, you know, nature is so versatile in so many ways. Medicinally wise, it has a lot of medicinal benefits. Now well, it's actually mainly it's the flower, okay, and the leaf. It is toxic, okay, but in the right hands it can be used, the leaves and the flowers can be used as a natural insect repellent. So you can use it externally but not internally, okay? So therein lies the difference of toxicity. It's good to repel insect bites, and traditional herbalists use it for spider bites, okay? So you would crush it with a poultice and you'd apply it to a fresh spider bite, and that will really help to take the bite out, basically the sting. Okay, it's also been known to be used for TB and even leprosy in the olden days. Okay, now there really is a magic about bluebells, and nobody can deny there is, and it is a sign of fairies. Wherever fairies would gather, a ring of bluebells would grow, and that would be like the gathering site of the bluebells. There's folklore that suggests that bluebells, the fairies would lay their spells on top of them. So that's why when you walk through a bluebell woods, it's almost like it makes you kind of like feel like you get hazy, you get kind of what they call pixie led. You get this hazy daisy feeling, and they say that's because you've released the spells of the fairies, so you become pixie led. There's a lot of folklore in this. It's said to prevent nightmares. Yeah, it also, they say, one traditional little thing you can try, if you can unpeel a bluebell and peel it so it's the inside out, basically, without tearing it, that will bring your true love into your life. I challenge you to that one. Wow, that's quite some feat to do that. The flower essence as well is something else. Now, I recently learned about this flower essence. I was like really called to the Bluebell, and I thought I need to do something with it. And a good friend of mine said to me, you know, Bluebell, the flower essence is amazing. You know, it's for those people that are feeling overwhelmed. Okay, I think that's probably all of us with this whole situation that's been affecting the world. But yeah, feeling overwhelmed, difficult coping with the present time. Okay, it's also for people who feel like they need to speak up for themselves, like they need that extra bit of courage to speak up for themselves, that they're shy, basically, for the shy ones. It's also incredibly good for healing past hurts, specifically disappointments, okay? And it brings a kind of like a clarity and an openness and a joy where there was once fear and darkness. So we need to be making this into flower essence left, right and centre. Smell it, get yourself into the Bluebell woods, okay? And a beautiful little song that I know of is, and you'll remember the fairies when you sing this one. In and out the dusty bluebells, in and out the dusty bluebells, in and out the dusty bluebells, who will be my partner? Tippy tippy tap tap on your shoulder, tippy tippy tap tap on your shoulder, tippy tippy tap tap on your shoulder, who will be my partner? So go dance with the bluebells. And if you ever need any help for any serious condition, please do send me an email. That's what I do. Anything from coughs and colds to something far greater, just give me a call. I'm a herbalist, naturopath and nutrition consultant, and that is my job, my life purpose and my calling in life, to translate this knowledge to helping you. All right, bye-bye.